Hey guys, Alley Entertainment, and this week's movie review is on Ant-Man. If you guys aren't too sure what it is a Marvel movie. It follows this guy. He's armed with a super suit with astonishing ability to shrink to the size of an ant, but he has increased in strength. So cat burglar Scott Lang must embrace his inner hero and help his mentor plan and pull off the heist that will save the world. Some of the actors and actresses that we have in this movie. First off, we have Paul Rudd, who plays Scott Lang slash Ant-Man. And we got Michael Douglas, who plays Dr. Hank Pym. I think I'm saying his last name wrong. You guys, those are two big names. If you don't know who Michael Douglas is, then seriously, look him up. Because he's been in so many good movies. And Paul Rudd, he is absolutely adorable. And then we also got Evelyn Lilly. I think I was saying her name right. She is Michael Douglas's daughter in this movie. So the budget for this film was $130 million. Opening weekend, they made about $57 million, and gross, they made about $150 million. Now, for myself, kind of coming into the movie, I was thinking, who wants to watch a movie about a guy shrinking to an ant? So, I mean, I don't know if anybody else had that train of thought, but I think this movie is just really underrated. I think that people just couldn't wrap their head around, I don't know, him becoming an ant, so they didn't do as good as they should have on opening weekend. I thoroughly enjoy Marvel movies, and what really has drawn me to this was actually actor Paul Rudd. If you guys don't know who he is, he's kind of funny man slash he does some romance work too. One of his earlier work was in Clueless, and if you guys haven't seen it, he was also had cameo in Knocked Up, and he also did This Is 40. So when I heard that he was doing a Marvel movie and he was becoming kind of like a superhero, it's a role I'd never seen him in before, so it definitely had me intrigued. From the beginning, I said, I have to see this movie. I absolutely love Paul Rudd, and no matter what, I have to go. And of course, Michael Douglas, he is a legend, but I haven't seen him in a lot of recent movies, so when I saw his name on this movie, I was like, sweet, I haven't seen Michael Douglas in forever. You guys, this is an absolutely must-see movie. I thought they did an absolutely amazing job. They had friggin' awesome actors, action scenes. I kind of liked how they kind of gave you a build-up, I guess, of Paul Rudd's character. You kind of, you know, a backstory, like a really good backstory. You kind of got into his life before he became a superhero. And it was kind of funny because my mom is not a huge superhero movie fan, and it was their anniversary recently, and my mom's like, you know what, let's go out and go to a movie. So I'm like, Mom, you have to take Dad to Ant-Man. She's like, I don't know, I'm not a huge superhero movie fan. And I was just like, no, you're gonna love it. And she came back and she was pretty much like, Allison, I cannot believe that I thought about not going to that movie. That movie was absolutely amazing. And Paul Rudd did an amazing job. She usually in movies like this, she'll fall asleep. She'll pretty much just sit there in the theater and start snoring. But she just said every detail pretty much just got her attention. And yeah, she absolutely loved it, and she's recommending it to everybody. And I have to do the same, you guys. I recommend it to everybody. I loved watching it in 3D. I loved kind of like the bond that Ant-Man had with the ants himself. Like, you normally think that, they're just ants. I mean, people think ants are overrated, but you know what? You kind of get into the world a little bit of ants, and it's also a movie where you can kind of learn about them. Like, they've kind of told you about the different types of ants that are out there and what they can do. So I definitely found that interesting, and I can't wait for a sequel. Like, I absolutely can't wait for a sequel. Like, can you guys get the sequel out like now? Because I seriously can't wait. This is absolutely one of those movies that when it comes out on DVD, I am gonna have to get I'm gonna have to watch over and over and over again. And you know what? This is even a movie that you can take, well, your kids to, the young kids. I think they'll thoroughly enjoy it. It's nice not being able to hear about Batman and Superman and Spider-Man, and it's awesome that they took kind of like an underrated superhero and turned him into a badass, which was absolutely awesome. A lot of people out there for Ant-Man are pretty much saying the same thing. I have said that it's very underrated, that it was probably one of the best movies of the year. The only bad thing I am kind of hearing about this movie is they felt like the villain was weak. I mean, I guess I can kind of see that, but the movie itself just trumps amazingness. So you guys, I hope you kind of liked my little ranting review on Ant-Man. I know it's a few weeks late. It's been out of the theater here now for a while now, and I just got sidetracked. But anyway, it's here now, you guys. Check it out. I'm gonna have to give it a 4.5 out of 5 on my 5 fingers, just because it's hard to give a movie 5. Anyway, you guys, don't forget to like and subscribe down below.